technically day 2. So if you missed yesterday, but I have a feeling that you didn't and you are here because of yesterday, that says a lot about your character, and I am dang excited for today. So we've talked about fears and all the things that are holding you back, and hopefully you feel ready to freaking rock and roll. What we're gonna go over today is the second biggest question that I got, and that is, how do I start? I'm lacking motivation. I don't know where to start. I have no ideas. You know, I got a ton of questions about, I need ideas to post. I don't know what to post on social media. I don't know how to start my business. I'm excited, but I just feel lost and frankly, a lack of motivation. And also the other question I got was how to stick with it. I've got you. So this is literally how I plan out my day every single day. If you ever watched a plan with me on my main channel, I love doing those because I like sharing my system, which has been developed over, I was gonna say months, years, of just developing the right way to do things, and I'm just excited to share it with you guys. So it literally works. Now, what I do, and I'm sure that there's videos about this on this channel alone, but what I like to do is set up my goals for the month. So I will usually have goals that will repeat themselves month after month, or at least the category will repeat itself. But what I like to do is track my top 10 goals every single month. The reason for this is that I never want to be that person that gets to the end of the year on December 31st and goes, you know what? Next year is going to be my year. Because that is a rotten place to be in life. When you get to the end of a year and hope that the next year is going to be better, I can borderline guarantee you that you're going to play the same game at the end of the next year. What's worse is we tend to do this month after month. If you've ever been this person, I'm going to call you out right now, and I want you to call yourself out. If you have ever played the game of, this is going to be my month, this is going to be my year, and you are halfway through the year and you haven't seen momentum on your stuff, you either need to step up your work ethic or you need a new system for tracking your goals. It could be a little bit of both, but hopefully we can knock out a little bit of that today. Now, what I try to do is I try to be very, very good at self-assessing where I'm at on the stuff that I so badly want. You know, if I say, I'm gonna have the best year ever and this year is gonna be huge, why? Like, what do I want to achieve? So what I do is I try to break that down every single month as to, if I was to have the best month ever, what would be the top 10 things that would happen? Like, what are my top 10 goals? And I try to hit a little bit of each category in life. So I try to hit, you know, my health and my mental state, and I try to hit metrics that are in my coaching business. I try to hit metrics that are helping my coaches move forward. I try to hit metrics that are things that are outside of my coaching business that I might be building, you know, maybe my social media metrics. That is one of my metrics I will share with you. I have on my planners downstairs, but I have on this month's goal list, one of the top 10 goals is produce 5 videos for my channel this month. And I track that. So figure out your top 10 goals. And I don't care if we're in the middle of the month, at the end of the month. Don't play the game where you're already looking ahead to next month. Be in the moment today. What do you want to make happen this month? Cool? So your top 10 goals. After that, next to each goal, I want you to write out daily what those goals are. The goals don't change, by the way. They stay the same all month long. And the reason for this is that we tend to forget. Like, we'll write out our top 10 goals on the 1st of the month, and then by the 15th, we're like, what were they again? I write them out every single morning so that I remember, and I also track them. So again, watch the planning video. But I write out the top 10 goals, and then next to them, I write out one actionable item that can be done that day. If I don't get to them, it's fine, but I write out one actionable item, and that really becomes my to-do list. I have 10 things on my to-do list every single day. And you wanna know what? None of them are fluff, because every single thing moves one of those goals forward. And what's really cool is when some start to repeat themselves, I know that I'm doing the right things because I'm aligning towards the goals that are going to move me forward in life. So I'll write out one actionable item every single day, but actionable to the point where I can knock it off, not start a blog. That would literally be a big goal for the month, but the actionable item would be purchase the URL, like the www.com, like the website link for that. Could be an actionable item that you could do in 5 minutes, and it's something that moves you forward. So that's one thing that I do. So I will write out my top 10 goals, then I write out my top 10 to-dos. Then this is how you start. Step 3. Every single day I pick my top 3 movers. So from that to-do list, I pick 3 things that I will not go to bed until they are done. That is how you move forward. And I will tell you that you will be not only a happier person, you will be someone that actually accomplishes the shit that they say that they're going to do. It's how I feel, okay? You will actually be that person that follows through on your word. And you know what? That type of person ends their day and feels like they freaking crushed it. And that is an amazing feeling. That is how a happy person comes to be, by the way. If you're ever, and I shared this in a recent video, if you're ever feeling a lack thereof or just a sense of like, ugh, it's probably because you're missing some form of progress or growth in your life. When you have growth and progress on something, and when at the end of the day, you can go check, check, flip and check, that is happiness. And I remember a time in my life where Andre would come home from work and he'd be like, "What'd you do today?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I don't know." And it literally led to so much unhappiness because I just couldn't tell you what I was working towards or what I accomplished in a day. That is such a crappy feeling. But when you can actually track it and be like, I moved forward on this freaking goal and this freaking goal and this freaking goal, and all the things are things that I really, really want this month, then you're crushing it. And you're not fluffing yourself up. You're actually doing the things that matter. So even if that goal, like I said, is buying the URL, like the domain name for your website, and you are 1 millimeter closer, that's progress. Progress is progress. Growth is growth. When you have that in a day, you will not only be so much more self-assured with yourself, you will also gain confidence as a business owner, and all of that snowballs into growth. Confidence attracts confident people. So when you're sharing your business at the end of the day and you've checked off 3 big movers and you're like, hey, we're moving and we're shaking and we're doing things, how many more customers do you think you'll attract to yourself than if you weren't doing anything? And you're like, well, I don't really know what I did today. It'll all equal growth. So that is how you start. And I will see you tomorrow.
Let's go.